Internetians, my name is Josh, aka ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the Philly Soldu. Welcome one and all back again to the APA. This is going to be our Season 5, Week 10. 10? What's comes after 9? 10, right? I can do math. Welcome to our Week 10 team builder. We are going to be taking on itzGator and the Florida Gators today. Well, okay. You're going to see the belt tomorrow, obviously, but I'm taking them on today. I'm taking them on in a couple hours. I don't know if you can hear my fan. I don't know if the mic is picking up that fan, but if it is, I'm sorry, but it's like butt crack degrees outside, and I don't feel like sweating through all this, so hopefully it's not picked up too loud. It is kind of close. It probably is picking it up. I'm sorry. But, like I said, we are taking on Gator today. He is 8-1. He is number 1 in the league right now. I am 7-2. I am number 3 in the league right now. Definitely looking to be a good game. And hopefully we can come out with a win. If you do not know what our team is, if you don't know what our team is, our team consists of Leader Geo, Gothtel, Ferrothorn, Megamanectric, Pelipper, Kingdra, Comfey, Tauros, Cafagrigus, Toxicroak, Kabutops. Nailed it. Nailed it. And his team, if you don't know what his team is, you might not. It should appear on your screen very shortly. Cody is messaging me. Hi, Cody. I'm not talking about that. Whoopsie. His team consists of Mega DNC, Greninja, Crobat, Excadrill, Gigalith, Alamomola, Flygon, Stoutland, Celebi, Rotom, Yeet, and Gatrs. So, I have a confession to make. I only drafted Toxicroak for the specific matchup because I saw the schedule at that point. But, upon further analysis, once I was actually doing calcs with it and stuff, like as soon as I put the matchup in, I was like, I'm bringing Toxicroak, I'm bringing Vacuum Wave, and there to revenge the Greninja and the Excadrill, the Gigalith, and maybe the Mega DNC and the Stoutland and all this stuff. But eventually, I was like, man, this is a really bad matchup because of Crobat and like stuff outspeeding it. So I ended up not bringing it. But that was originally the goal, was to bring Toxicroak and just have it do work. But I never liked the calcs, so. Just so for some transparency, we're not bringing Toxicroak, even though I've drafted for this matchup. Rest in peace. But this matchup is very interesting, honestly. There's a lot of mons on his team that can be giant threats to me. There's a lot of mons on his team that can be giant threats to me. I don't know if I said that twice. I feel we both have threats. It's a very interesting matchup. I do feel like it leans more towards Mage because of my threats do really good work versus him. But, overall, I actually had a couple mocks for this team. We'll get into it later, but I actually had a couple mocks for this team because I really wanted to win this game. But it really went really well. Like, I'm really, really happy with the team that we're going to be getting into. So, what was I thinking? I was thinking a lot of different stuff. Right? Even now that I've had the mocks, I haven't had the game yet, but now that I've had the mocks, I'm confident that a couple mons will come because they came to every mock and like they have a nice matchup in general. So, I'm expecting Mega DNC. Right, look at my team, look Mega DNC. My answer is Ferrothorn. It's also his only, one of his only 2 Dragon resists, which one being the Excadrill. So it helps him kind of take on Draco Meteor better for my Kingdra. Greninja's coming. Greninja's boosted by Rain with its Water Staff. It's a very, very solid mon. It has a very good versatility this match. I don't think anyone brought the same set twice in my 3 mocks, plus the one guy, I think I asked Kelly, like, what 6 would you bring, because he couldn't mock. Everyone really had, like, different ideas for sets, right? Because it's so good. You know, it can bring Hidden Power Fire, it can bring Titanium Z, it can bring, whatever I want. It can bring Dual Stab, it can bring not Dual Stab, it can bring only 1 Stab, it can bring Water Shuriken, it can bring, like I said, whatever I want. It can bring Gunshot, Comfey if it really wants to. But, it's a really good offensive mon in this matchup, right? And then Rotom Heat. So Rotom Heat's going to be really good because it can help him check the Mega Manectric, which goes brazy on his team. He does have a couple mons that can switch into it rather reliably, but nothing that really ultimately wants to take it on. Like Mega DNC is going to get 2-shot by Thunderbolt after Rocks, I think. I don't remember. Mega Manectric is kind of strong. I wouldn't be surprised. Greninja is getting blown away by Thunderbolt. Crobat's getting blown away by Thunderbolt. Excadrill gets blown away by Overhate. Gigalith can kind of switch in a little bit, but it's going to be worn down fast, and that's just going to give me a Volt Switch. If I clicked Volt Switch instead of Thunderbolt, it's going to give me a Volt Switch into my Pelipper and get rid of a Sandman. Alamomola does not want to take Thunderbolt. Flygon can power Ice. Stoutland gets 2 KO'd by Thunderbolt. Celebi gets 2 KO'd by Overheat after Rock, and Rotom Heat is his best switch in because Gyarados is, of course, blown away by Thunderbolt. After Rocks, it actually gets O-Code after Wakanberry, too, which is interesting. Unless he's running a lot of Bolt. But anyway. So definitely expect those 3 mons. 100, 100, 100%. The other 3 mons are a really big toss-up. I saw Alomomola kind of commonly. I think Alomomola can come. It's a good answer to my Kingdra. It's a good answer to my Kabutops. It's a good answer to generally a lot of Pokemon, right? So, one thing I really wanted to try in this match was bring Blank plus Goth, right? Because it worked out last week, and it's a really good strategy in general. Eliminate the thing that checks this and then go to town. But I ultimately ended up not really liking how I was going to deal with Goth. I feel like people over-prepped for Goth, and I really hope he over-prepped for Goth too. People in my mocks did, so fingers crossed. Ultimately, what did I go with? Right, so that's the question we're going to go in, right? What did I go with? Well, the first mon I put on the team was going to be my Kingdra. My Kingdra goes ham on his team. The only mons that switch into a Water-type move don't exactly like switching into Draco Meteor. It specs Draco Meteor, so it does a lot to the Alomomola, and it does a decent amount to the Celebi. Obviously, he can neutralize the rain with the Gigalith if I click Draco Meteor on the switch and get rid of my Swift Swim, but if I click Water move, even in Sand, with its Spedef boost, it specs Water move does 2 KO. So I wanted my Kingdra no matter what. I think I had a really good matchup. But, like, we didn't go with what you think. So we went with Kingdra, and I said that I wanted Sub, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, and Outrage with the Dragonium Z. Alright, so with him having decent switch-in, his Alomomola being a decent switch-in to some of my mons I can U-turn, I really thought that it would be a good idea to U-turn on it with something like any of my U-turners, really, and bringing Kingdra in the rain on the Alomomola, because Knockoff cannot break my Sub, which is his strongest move. Well, his strongest move is like Wake Up Slap, but nothing breaks my Sub, right? Unless he's super highly, really invested, nothing's gonna break my Sub. I think he actually has to be... Let me move the calc over here. I think he actually has to be Alomomola. I think he has to be Adamant. Max attack. We'll just go with Brace so I can calc the other thing. 252. The strongest move he can go for is Wake Up Slap. And Wake Up Slap does not break. So max attack, Adamant, Wake Up Slap, which is the strongest physical move that I can remember, I think, will not break my Sub, right? So the other way you can go is this one, and 252, and Hidden Power Dragon. And Hidden Power Dragon does break my Sub. Alright, so Hidden Power Dragon will break my Sub if he's max attack modest. Max special attack modest. But he has to be like max special attack. Actually, it has to be max special attack and modest to guarantee break my Sub. Or near modest. Or near max special attack, I'm sorry. 228 modest will break my Sub. I didn't have a full set plan out for this. But this is what I want, because it was set up on like Alomomola. And I'm going to get into the game plan later of what it's going to do. But I had a really good idea of what it was going to do and how it was going to win me this game. Or how it was going to set me up to win this game, right? But anyway, if I'm bringing Kingdra with Swift Swim, obviously I'm going to be bringing Pelipper. Who's surprised? Not me. Drizzle, I want Damrock because I want it up as much as possible. I could have got something else in this slot, but if he does not bring Gigalith for any reason, then I want Rain up as much as possible. I want Rain up as long as possible, as much as I can, for no other reason than it allows... Well, I'm sorry, I yawned, just like for yawning. But I'll explain later why I want Rain up as much as possible, right? I hope I'm not being too loud. I'm like screaming because I hear music loud in my ear. But you are Porcelain, and I had a couple of toss-ups of what I wanted on this thing. I had U-turn, I had Scald, and I had Roost. Scald was really good. I didn't know what the last move was going to be. I had a couple ideas, but it was all going to depend on, at this point, it was going to depend on whether or not I brought like Goth, right? Because I wanted to maybe have Knockoff. He goes into Gigalith on this thing, knowing he can take maybe a Scald. He can, with Sand Up and all that. He very well takes Scald, I'll be honest. But I could potentially knock off and get rid of what could be a Shed Cell, trap him with Goth, get rid of him, and then Rain stays up, right? So I wasn't too sure on what I wanted there. But next, where do we go from here? Like, this is when I started tossing around things. Like, I had Toxicroak on here for a while, I had Gothitelle on here for a while, I had Landorus, and then I took off Landorus, and I put Landorus back on, and like, I went back and forth. Like, I had a whole bunch of Mons on this team. I think the only Mon that never touched this team was the Boros. I think I was dead set that Tauros is not coming. Which is funny because, well, actually it's not funny because like he has, well, I feel like Sheer Force Ironhead would actually 2 KO. Does Sheer Force Life Orb Ironhead 2 KO the Gators? I bet it does. Let me give it at that. Spoiler alert, it's not coming. And you Tauros, Sheer Force Life Orb. Oh, it does. I just see Earthquake and I know it does. Ironhead, Sheer Force Life Orb. Yeah, Ironhead 2 KOs after left stickers. If it's like especially defensive. So like I said, where do I go from here? Well, hold on, I gotta yawn again. Just like you're going. Woo! But also, low-key, I hope that doesn't shake up that drink. I needed a drink, too. I didn't get a drink. Why am I not getting drinks? At this point, I wasn't really too sure. I didn't have my game plan worked out. Like, when I say I have my game plan, I am very confident in how I'm going to be playing this game. But I didn't have my game plan yet. And I was thinking, how do I let Kingdra sweep? Well, I need to get weaken the Celebi. One I really thought would do a good job of weakening Celebi, and I actually calced this for a while with Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn, what's your name? What's your name? What is your name? What is your name? Cuddles! Cuddles! Aww. So we're going to bring you down to level 50 so you can see where we're at. And then I had a Pin Missile on here. The Pin Missile, if I ran a certain amount of investment, would, as long as I got, 5 hits between 2 turns, Pin Missile would always OHKO max attack, right? It's a really interesting set. I ultimately scrapped it, and I'll get into why later. But I went with Gyro Ball, I went with Power Whip, I went with Dual Stab because it's really good against this team. Like I said, the only mod that are really going to want to switch into this is going to be that Celebi. But Celebi doesn't do much back to me. I can weaken it with Gyro Ball if it's like offensive or something. But the set I expect him to bring will not be 2 KO'd by Gyro Ball. Specifically, not on purpose, but still. So, which is faster than Lando. And it might even bring Hidden Power Fire, because 1, range is going to be up a lot, and then 2, he's might want Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus. So, I didn't know what I wanted the last slot. I was thinking Leak Seed, Pin Missile. Like I said, I was still thinking Pin Missile. I was thinking Rocks, I was thinking Hazards, I was thinking Knockoff, I was thinking Protect, Thunder Wave, all kinds of stuff. Didn't know what I wanted max HP, moved on, right? So, the next one I added, I wanted this, right? Like, Landorus is Landorus. You're gonna bring it. And I didn't know what I wanted. I'm not gonna lie, and I really hope I don't bring this to the next 2 matches because I don't want to reveal it, but I'm not gonna lie. Do you even get this move? I feel like you do. Yeah, you do. I was thinking about Choice Scarf with no U-turn, and it'd be Earthquake, Stone Edge, Fling, and Rock Polish, which I thought was gonna be a fire set, but ultimately, like, no. But this is Ripple. So Ripple. So when you, like, you come near the earth, you ripple the earth. Haha, I'm funny. But I wanted this because it's going to help me check the Excadrill. It's going to help me check the Stoutland. It's going to help me check the Flygon. And Intimidate is good for the Gyarados. And it's going to help me check the Crobat. Lots of good stuff. I wasn't sure on the set yet, right? Wasn't sure if I actually wanted to go Scarf, if I wanted to go Rock Polish, what I wanted to go, So I left it. But I knew I wanted Landorus. I knew I wanted like an offensive Landorus because I thought at this point I was starting to formulate the game plan, right? I was like, this set, if I go with Kingdra really early in the game, then this set's gonna do, hopefully, if he brings out Mawile and lets me set up, or in general if he lets me set up, this is going to allow me to get a whole bunch of damage off from the Celebi, or even kill it, right? Because I'm gonna bring it in on what I hope to be the Mawile. I'm gonna sub, I'm gonna DD. He's going to get the hell out of there once he realizes that he can't break my sub into what's likely going to be Celebi, and then Dragonium Z is going to knock it out. It's kind of why I have Dragonium Z. It's kind of why I wanted it. And if he scouts for it, it's fine, because if for any reason he decides to scout for it, right? He scouts for Dragonium Z like someone did in my mock, goes to Mega DNC and burns my Sea Crystal, and then I go for Liquidation or Waterfall as he goes into Celebi and I had to Outrage then. I'm okay with that, because if I get rid of that Celebi no matter what, Landorus has a much easier time just going through stuff, right? It gets rid of its ground resist. Not his immunity, but his resist, which is nice. But, so let's say I go for Outrage there. he goes into Mega Diancie next. I'm still behind a sub, hopefully. And in all the mocks, it went out as planned, and I can see it going as planned in my head. If he goes to Mega Diancie, obviously I burn the Outrage as he breaks my sub, and then I can kill him with the Waterfall. Or I can do a lot of damage to something else, because he doesn't have the best water resist. He can't go into Alamomola, because he knows I'll just stub up again, and then start D&Ding again, and just eventually beat a 1v1 with Waterfall. So, this is all that's going on in my head, right? Like I'm starting to realize, like, you know, there's a really good chance that King just is going to blow through the Celebi. So I want to Landorus there as something that can take advantage of the fact that Celebi is gone, because I don't expect him to bring all of his flying immunity, or ground immunities, and I feel like the ones that do come are going to get whittled down by rocks. They're going to be heavily pressured. Flygon, maybe. You know, he can bring Flygon. I have answers to Flygon. I think I'm fine versus it. I have 2 Mons that can check it under the rain, and then, yeah, spoiler alert. Then I have 3 Mons that are just going to be able to take on its attack hit. So. God, I got off topic. Ooh, I'm really excited for this team, guys. Like, I'm excited for this team. Let's move on. So, I'll be honest, this is the second time I got stuck. The first time is when I just put on King Drill Pelipper, and I didn't know what to do after that. Now I'm stuck again. And this is where I thought about Comfey. Right? Comfey would be like, okay, this will help me give it another Greninja check outside of the Ferrothorn. Because Ferrothorn's going to help me with the Greninja, right? It's going to, unless it's 8 in Power Fire, I'm always going to be able to check it. And even if it is in Power Fire, it has to be outside of the rain. And even if it is outside of the rain, it has to be like Life Orb to do a lot of damage. And if it's not Life Orb, blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. So I thought that Comfey has another check. But, like, then I just kept coming back to Crobat. Like, Crobat's a huge problem for that. And Excadrill's a huge problem for that. And I eventually talked myself out of it. And I didn't know what to do. And I slept on it. Right? Actually, I think I slept on it before I thought of Comfey. And when I woke up, I did Comfey out because I ended up getting rid of it. And I think like, at this point, I really figured out how I was going to do, what I was going to do. I think I figured out the last 2 Mons. The first Mon, I feel like I should have put on a lot earlier because I feel like a go-to bring. It's going to be my Cofagrigus. My Cofagrigus is going to help me because this, I have decided, is going to be offensive in some way. And this does not want to take superpowers from the Stoutland. So this is going to give me a Stout check, right? I don't want to end up like Panther. Shout out to Panther. I think this is how you spell it. I think it's the A that's lowercase. I hope so, because I've already got the Team Gen. Great. I wasn't sure if it's the A or the O. But anyway, level 50. Didn't know what I wanted on this Mon. I just knew I was there to check the Stoutland. Which, I'll be honest, in turn, it's not going to end up really checking the Stoutland too well, based on the set that I brought. But, it's going to help. If he brings, like... Okay, let's say he brings... I'm going to type it in, right? It's going to be Wispax. If he brings Facade and it's Scrappy, he got me. Because I don't have a move to hit it. Because I also want Toxic Spikes. Because I want Toxic Spikes. I started understanding where I was going to go with this team. Like, I really started understanding where I was going to go with this team. Because I was, like, understanding, like, this is going to end up having 4th move syndrome. Because I'm going to end up putting a Scarf on you. So I didn't know what the last move was. But you got to go with me. I knew I wanted max HP. I knew I wanted leftovers because I wanted this thing to stay healthy. And I ultimately went with this spread. We're going to type the spread in now. Okay, so you're 116 defense. And you are 108. That, and then you had some speed to outrun Gigalith. And then just 4 in special attack. And this is going to be a Bold Nature. This allows me to take a Life Orb Dark Pulse. Woo! Woo, why am I so tired? I'm sorry. So this allows me to take a Life Orb Dark Pulse from the Greninja. Big threat. And allows me to get my Toxic Spikes or a Wisp. Or, when we get to the last move, we'll get to the last move. So. Good Stoutland check right here. Good Stoutland check. Helps me also with the Excadrill. Can burn that. Hex can help whittle down a lot of Mons. I think Toxic Spikes are really, really good because his remover, his poison type does not auto-absorb it. He does have the DNC, which can magic bounce that. But we're going to get into the DNC in a second. Right? We're going to get into the DNC. I have a switch into it in the Ferrothorn. If he gets DNC, Mega Evolved early, then it's fine. Because I can still just, I'll play around it. It all depends on how it goes, but I don't think he'll get DNC and Mega Evolved early. If he does, it ain't gonna last long, I'll be honest. So let's talk about it. The last month that I wanted, I did not want to put rocks on my landers or my Parathorn. Because at the time I was thinking like 3 times Parathorn. I'm like, well, I only have one more rocker. I'm going to be the Kabutops. So what am I going to do with this? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put rocks on it. You are a Harbinger. Harbinger? Harbinger. Is that Harbinger? Whatever. It's the name of Crow's Sight from Ruby. Get out. Get off me. Get out to Ruby. What did I want? I knew what I know what I don't want, but like I don't know if I put it on there yet. But I want a Stealth Rock, right? Like, what do I do with this? Like, how do I make this an effective rock? Like, drop it in during rain and get up rocks, right? And then I sort of think, like, what is his leads, right? You know, and I started thinking about that. Like, what are his possible leads? The 3 mons that I mentioned earlier all seem to be really good leads to me. Like a DNC, Greninja, Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat matches up really well against everything that is not a Rain Sweeper, right? It matches up really well against anything that's not a Rain Sweeper, and because of that, I thought that he might lead this, and I can lead Kabutops and force it out unless he runs max speed and max special attack until the Volt Switch. So if he does that, good for Gators. He seemed like the type, but no one else did. So fingers crossed that all my friends are the Gators and smarter than all my friends. So I wanted this to be able to beat those 3 Pokemon, or not only beat, but also like pressure them. Also, under the rain, it needs to be able to do the damage it needs to, because this could be a potential cleaner. Once, you know, Kingdra either gets rid of the Alamola or weakens the Celebi, it's gonna open the door for either this or the Landorus, respectively. So I was like, what did this do under rain? What can this do? After a lot of thought, I came up with this set, and I'm really, really happy with this set. So this is going to be X-Scissors. This is also going to be Shookaberry, right? This is going to give me another check Excadrill, which is good. A nice soft check. It's going to be X-Scissor. It's going to be Stone Edge, and it's going to be Aqua Jet. What does this do? What does this fancy little set do? Well, it always takes a hit from the DNC, which is nice. I will always live 1 hit from the DNC unless he brings Spin Power Grass or something, in which case, got me good. But I think Hidden Power Fire, Hidden Power Ice comes. I always take a hit, and if I lead Kabutops versus the DNC, Aqua Jet will 2 KO unless it's like super bulky, right? Let me just make sure that I didn't like screw that up somehow. I got DNC. Is that Hasty? Did I calc versus a Hasty one? Oh no. Okay. I did calc versus Hasty. It's okay, because I calc versus Hasty, and I knew that versus Hasty I do 57% min. But yeah. So he has to run a lot of bulk to not be 2 KO'd by this. To not have a chance anyway. To have a chance to not be 2 KO'd, he has to run like 60. He has to run 60 EVs and HP to have a chance to not get 2 KO'd by this. And to guarantee, he has to run max. Actually max. He actually has to run max HP with a Timid Nature to not get 2 KO'd by the Aqua Jet. But if he's not that, then he's like, oh wow, I actually don't live Moonblast 100% of the time. Huh. How do I fix that? That's not good. Hold on. Oh, I can't believe I didn't calc that. We might have to regen that. At what point do you... 84. I'll be fine. If he takes Moonblast and gets it, then damn, he got me. But I don't think he would. He might. Oh wow, he actually might. We might regen that. If we do regen that, I'll let you know. Wow. Yeah, I might want I'm actually thinking about having that completely regen just because. That would cost me 80 EVs, and right now it would only cost me 32 EVs in attack. Huh. You learn something new every day. Like, for instance, I'm dumb. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have the regen. I'll show you the new spread. Alright, so I know the spread now. So the spread's gonna be this. Originally it was max with 44 here, and then 4 and 4. So this is gonna be 204. 204 speed allows for something. Outspeed, +1 fly gun. And then the rest goes right there. Then Anatomy Nature. I gotta get that regen so I can do Moonblast, because I only got Preserve Power. But anyway, now that I'm not stupid. Whew! That was close. Remind me to get this regen. Kabutops! Kabutops, the new Kabutops. New Kabutops. So this is gonna be able to live any hit from the DNC. Now that we've gone on this tangent. Wow. I was so excited for this team. I was so excited to request this Teambuilder, and here I am just screwing everything up. So this Kabutops takes 1 hit from the Mega DNC unless it's in Power Grass, 2 carries with Aqua Jet, forces out the Rotom Heat. If he leaves Greninja, I take 1 Life Orb hit, including a low kick. The only thing I don't take from Greninja, and I can't take it no matter what, is... What was that thing? What was it? What do I want to take? I don't take a all-out Pummeling. Or a Grass Knot or whatever. But I don't expect Grass Knot. I expect Shuriken, Dark Force. Or Stab, U-Turn, Extrasensory, something. But anyway. This Kabutops will kill that. X-Scissor into Aqua Jet should kill that. Maybe I won't get it regen depending on what this couch shows me. Timid, 50. X-Scissor into Aqua Jet always kills it. Unless it's invested. Oh no. Okay, we might keep it. How invested would he be? He would be enough for... Oh yeah, keep going lower. Okay, Tauros. Oh no, he could easily be out of range. So 110, 178. So that's how much he would run. Okay, so this I can already tell you that this is gonna live. This is gonna chew. Yep. Okay, so what if you're max? A lot better. No chance. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this spread there. I'm gonna think I'm gonna get a regen. But now I'm done getting distracted. So I was pretty confident here, right? All I need to go is fill in everything. So basically, like I said before, how long is this Teambuilder? Oh god, it's half an hour. Okay, if you're still here, comment that you love me, because I know you love me. This is not what I want to see. Okay. So let's go fill in the rest, right? This is going to be a very simple EV spread. It's going to be max special attack. It's going to be enough speed for, I don't know, I think you're enough speed for the Gyarados. So 228. Cool. And then 20 in you, 4 in you, 4 in you. Allows me to, oh god. Allows me to outspeed the Gyarados. Yeet. Allows me to outspeed the Gyarados, max attack for as much damage as possible. This ended up being, what did this end up being? Where are you? Okay, so this ended up being 108 defense, and then 148 special attack. And the reason it's 148 special attack is because this is in Power Electric. And that's going to help me check the Gyarados. I fixed this in the thing, so it's okay. So bold. We have a bold Pelipper. This takes hits from the Gyarados as much as possible, while still 2 KOing it no matter what if it's max HP within Power Electric. Yeet. Onto this, I put Spikes because LOL at his team versus Hazard. I can force him to defog and probably take advantage of that. And then Elite Seed for recovery, and then gave you leftovers to keep you as healthy as possible. And because I didn't have time to calc at the time because I was trying to do mocks, I went with the standard spread, which is good for this match because I want to take more special hits anyway. You ended up being Choice Scarves, like I said. You're going to be Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-Turn, and I want Defog to keep away his hazard because he can hazard stack me back, and then like your spread is ridiculous. This ended up being Memento. Memento gives me more setup opportunities to break through his team with this, or finish him off with this, or finish him off with this, which has this much investment in attack, and then this much investment in defense, and this much investment in speed. And that allows me to not get 3-hit KO'd by Excadrill's non-life 4 Iron Head. That's the game. That's the team. Tonight I play the game. Tomorrow you see it. Yeet, go for me for messing it up. Hope you guys like the team. Hope you guys like the set. Hope it does a lot of work. Hope I win. Yeet. Peace.